This is not fake news. The Vatican has chosen Cardinal Sarah for a new important job, and this decision came straight from Pope Leo XIV. For some people this news brings hope, but a recent choice for a bishop in Switzerland has made many church members very upset, because they feel his ideas don't follow the church's old teachings. In the United States, a protest stopped James Martin from going to a Catholic event. On the other hand, Archbishop Vigano has shown up again with some worrying statements that we can't ignore. Come with us to understand what's really happening inside the church today. The naming of Pope Leo XIV has caused different reactions among the faithful, mixing excitement and caution. His straightforward style, his careful attention to details and rituals, and his balanced speeches hinted at possible changes. However, the first excitement faded after the announcement about the new Bishop of St. Gallen. On May 22, Pope Leo named Beat Grogli as Bishop of the Swiss Diocese. Even though his name was not well known to most in the Vatican, they expected his election to cause discussion. Grogli, who was already a member of the cathedral chapter, was chosen through an unusual process, allowed by an old agreement. It's the cathedral chapter that makes a list of possible suitable candidates. Rome's only job is to say yes or no to this choice. Pope Leo XIV has already given his approval. At first glance it seems like a normal church process, but as often happens it's more complicated than it looks. The Diocese of St. Gallen, though, is far from being a common diocese. For many it's like the historical heart of a church group that has been pushing for new ideas for years. We have to talk about the St. Gallen Mafia, an unofficial group of bishops and cardinals who are open to new ideas and who, many believe, helped Bergoglio get elected in 2013. Even today, their influence still shapes the church, making St. Gallen a very important place in today's Catholicism. With the approval of Grogli, who is known for his forward-thinking ideas, everything suggests that there won't be any big changes. The current path will stay the same, with no major changes from what's been done before. Things will keep going as they have been. Some people are saying it was already decided, there were no other choices, while others are starting to question the Pope because they thought things would turn out differently. Even though the Pope didn't directly pick Grogli, he still gave him his support. Right now, every decision really matters, especially when they keep telling people that there will be changes, but they also stick to the path they're already on. The church members are watching closely, hoping to see how they'll find a balance between new ideas and old ways. They want to understand how the church will handle this new time. The future of the church depends on these important choices, and everyone is waiting to see what happens. Now let's move on to news that gives us more hope. Even though there have been false rumors online about Cardinal Sarah possibly getting new jobs under Pope Leo XIV, none of these appointments have been officially announced or confirmed by the Vatican. However, we now have official information directly from the Vatican. The Pope has named Cardinal Sarah his special envoy for the 400th anniversary celebration of the appearances of St. Anne in St. Anne d'Auray, Brittany. This decision shows how important Cardinal Sarah is and how much the Pope trusts him for such a big event. It's a clear sign of his dedication and the high regard he has within the Church. Cardinal Sarah's work and journey continue to be recognized and valued both in the Vatican and around the world. The celebrations on July 25th and 26th will happen during the Jubilee year. This will be a key moment for thousands of young pilgrims going to Rome, led in a procession by Cardinal Sarah. In the sanctuary, built where the visions happened in 1623 and now a place for many pilgrimages, a special Mass will be held. Because of this, the special job given by the Pope becomes very important. The presence and guidance of Pope Leo XIV are very important for the Church right now. The faithful gather and the church bells ring, starting this special event. This event not only puts Cardinal Sarah at the center of a key church celebration, but it also carefully brings back a voice that reminds us of the basic values of church service. As Cardinal Sarah gets ready to be the official representative of Pope Leo XIV at the Jubilee celebrations in July, something important happened in Pennsylvania, thanks to the hard work of the faithful. At Holy Family University, Father James Martin, a Jesuit known for his strong views on sensitive topics, was asked to give a speech at the graduation ceremony, which was a big moment for the school. This event showed that there's a discussion happening within the church, and that regular churchgoers are actively helping to shape its future. Father Martin's talk at the ceremony was a sign of changing ideas that inspire the church. His presence highlighted how important it is for the church today to be welcoming and to have open conversations. The news spread quickly among online Catholic communities, leading to surprise and disappointment for many believers. The responses came quickly. The reaction was immediate and strong. More than 11,000 people supported a petition started by TFP Student Action, asking the university to take back the invitation. But the action went further. Many gathered in front of the campus holding rosaries. The protest, calm but firm, made it clear that the participants disagreed. This quiet protest sent a powerful message that was heard widely both inside and outside the community. Finally, the outcome many expected has arrived. Father Martin's name has disappeared from the official website, and university representatives quickly clarified that his participation was never officially confirmed. However, it's clear that without pressure from the people, nothing would have changed. It was everyday Catholics who made the difference, not those in power. Today, many faithful feel lost because of unclear decisions and long silences. That's why what happened is seen as a ray of hope. This case shows that real faith, combined with determination, can still bring about real changes in the Church. This wasn't just a one-off thing. It shows that many Catholics aren't giving up, and they've made it clear they can be heard. So while important and recent appointments are being announced, the faithful are showing they can stand their ground. And suddenly, like a bolt of lightning from the sky, the figure of Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano appears, bringing with him a message that's more than just an opinion. It's a serious warning. He shared it on his official page, and what he said is very direct, even though it's not aimed at the faithful, who might be too trusting, nor at the new forms of power within the Church. Vigano begins with a sharp but well-founded criticism. After years of the Church's teachings being questioned under Pope Francis's leadership, many Catholic faithful held on to an unrealistic hope. They thought that with the arrival of Leo XIV, a simple change in direction would be enough to fix the teachings. However, for the Archbishop, this understandable desire shouldn't turn into an illusion, where every action is seen as proof of what one wants to believe. A fake church and pope that, while comforting, don't represent the truth, and according to Vigano, the facts are undeniable. The appointment of Beat Grogli as Bishop of St. Gallen, whom Vigano accuses of heresy, is just the beginning of his criticisms. On top of that, there's the election of a nun as Secretary of the Dicastery for Consecrated Life, the repeated mentions of Bergoglio's most controversial documents, the statements on ecumenical cooperation and the idea of synodality, and even the top priority given to climate change. For Vigano, all these actions aren't a break from the past, but a continuation that he finds troubling. To wrap things up, like someone who can't stay quiet anymore, the Archbishop invites all of us to look at the situation with spiritual eyes, to see through the tricks, and not to trust those who only say nice things to make us feel better, but actually cause confusion. He believes this is the only way to deal with what evil is doing, which works through lies and deception. His message is clear and leaves no room for doubt. Christ is the true King and the High Priest. Only through him can we find salvation. And hope doesn't mean ignoring what's happening, but facing reality, even if it's tough. What do you all think? If you liked this video, leave an amen in the comments. God bless you.